Hello YouTubers, another edition of In My Mailbox, which you can probably see I've posted on a Saturday instead of a Sunday. There is a reason behind that. I'm going to be pretty much busy all day tomorrow. We're going to a craft fair in the morning and hopefully there'll be some books there. And then I'm doing my volunteering job near where I live in the afternoon. So in my last video I mentioned that I was going to be looking at the books where I volunteer to see if there was any more that I wanted, because I got, I believe it was two Jodie Picoult ones in my last video. So I had a good rummage through and I found 3 books, 2 of which are okay and I will read them. They caught my attention, and one of them I was like, oh, mine! So I'll crack on and read you what these are about anyway. The first one is The Moth Diaries by Rachel Klein, and this says, Anessa is a vampire. She wants me and only me to see it. Her hand is guiding mine as I write these words. At a girls' boarding school, a 16-year-old pupil records her most intimate thoughts in a diary. The object of her obsession is her roommate Lucy Blake, and Lucy's friendship with their new and disturbing classmate Ernessa is a mysterious presence with pale skin and hypnotic eyes. Around her swirl dark secrets and a series of ominous disasters. As fear spreads through the school, fantasy and reality mingle in a walking nightmare of gothic menace, fueled by the lusts and fears of adolescence. And at the centre of the diary is the question that haunts all who read it: is Ernessa really a vampire, or is the narrator trapped in her own fevered imagination? The Moth Diaries delves deeper into the neurosis and psyche of female adolescence than anything I've ever read. It is dark and dangerous, gothic, brutally revealing, regularly shocking and perfectly controlled. And that was a review by The Guardian. So, pretty good book. Be reading that. The next book I got down where I volunteer is, I wasn't really sure whether to get this one or not, but I decided to in the end, is Junk by Melvin Burgess. See, that's a needle. And on the back of this, if I can read it, it's in like luminous green writing. Junk equals heroin equals bliss equals despair equals a love story you'll never forget. Gemma wants to fly, but no one can fly forever. One day, somehow, finally, you have to come down. Groundbreaking and controversial from one of today's most important writers. So it doesn't really give anything away about what it's about. I don't think there's anything inside. He's regarded as one of the best writers in contemporary children's literature. Got other books here: Blood Tide, Burning Izzy, The Cry of the Wolf, Kite, Lady, My Life as a Bitch, Loving April, and Tiger Tiger. And he's got some younger reader ones as well. So I'm not really sure what it's about, but I'll be reading it anyway. It's obviously something to do with drug addiction and stuff, so that's that one. And the next one, the one that I was really excited that I found, was Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. This is the first Blue Bloods book by Melissa De La Cruz. The condition's not great, it's a bit crunchy, but for a whopping 50 pence, I'm not complaining. That's like $1 to you guys in America. So this one's obviously about vampires, as you can see by the front cover. And this is actually an American version, but obviously someone's brought over in America, read it, and given to the book sale where I got this from. So I'm very grateful to that person. And I can't wait to read this one, and it might be itching its way up my pile. For those of you that are following my Read and Review Thursday, I am still doing Read and Review Thursday, but I've had a few family problems at home over the past week or so. I think they're sorted at the moment, so I'm hoping to finish New Moon and Once Dead Twice Shy by next Thursday, which will be, I'm not sure what date. I'm hoping to. I'm about 100 and so pages through, about 160 pages through New Moon, so it is going to take me a while. But if it's not done, I am sorry, guys. Okay, the next books that I got, what did I get next? Right, I went to one of my local towns and got 3 books from a charity shop and 2 books from Asda's. So the ones that I got from the charity shops are Do the Creepy Thing by Graham Joyce, and this says, Kaz and Lucy think it's pretty cool to do the creepy thing. After all, it's just a game. No one gets hurt, right? But Kaz plays one game too many and gets more than she bargained for. Much more. Kaz believes she's been cursed. Her life is now chained to the hag who lives at 13 Briar Street, and she's being stalked by a terrifying shadow person. What does it want, and how can Kaz get her life back? Maybe the answers are to be found in the seedy Black Dog pub, or the hair-raising church, or down at the tattoo parlour. One thing is certain, Kaz won't be doing the creepy thing again. And on the back it says, a terrific teen novel by the Times. It's got other reviews as well, so that's a pretty thin read, so that's not going to take me long to read, maybe a couple of days. The next one I got from a charity shop. That one was £1, by the way, $2 in American. The next one I got is Century, and this was 75p, which is $1.50 in America, roughly, by Sarah Singleton, and this says, Mercy and her sister Charity live in the twilight world, going to bed just as the sun rises. Their house remains shrouded in perpetual winter, each day unfolding exactly the same as the last. Mercy has never questioned her widowed father about the way they live, and why, until one day she wakes to find a snowdrop on her pillow, a first sign of spring and a nod towards a new future. A meeting with the mysterious Claudius unsettles Mercy and starts her on a winding path through the family's history, unearthing clues about her mother's death and their house frozen in time. But as each piece of the past slots into place, the world Mercy has known begins to unravel. Can she discover the truth without destroying her home, her father, and all she has ever known? A haunting and atmospheric debut from a new literary talent. And it says here there's also another one called Heretic by Sarah Singleton. I think this is quite an oldish book. When was it released? 2005. This came out in England. So I'm going to stop this video here because it's like 9 minutes and I still have 4 more books to tell you about. So join me on the next video and happy reading.